The elephant in the room. Yes, pun intended. Most of my adult life, especially the last 10 years, have been nothing short of believing I've changed. Changed for the better. The first of many changes was convincing myself that socializing is a mere waste of time and energy. Dressing up and meeting people was just a shallow and time-consuming activity that I would not participate in. I guess that was my way of feeling better about myself. By looking down on social activities and not realizing that I am on a far more dangerous path of not just abolishing the practice of socializing, but honestly deep down, following the path of self-destruction and depression. Friends in their 50s told me to enjoy my 40s, as they were the best years. But I always wondered why. Whilst wearing sweatpants and trying to be the best mom I could, I didn't realize I was harming myself. Playing the role of the stay-at-home mom and my careless eating habits led to lack of energy and, more importantly, lack of self-confidence. My biggest fear was, quite literally, being the elephant in the room. A room full of regular people who I convinced myself were just so full of themselves that they had all the time in the world to go to the gym, wear fabulous clothes, and eat right, rather than manage their kids and homes. The truth was, I couldn't wear what they wore. I couldn't look like they looked. And I didn't have energy like they did. For many years, I found comfort in being away rather than being the misfit, and convinced myself that I was better than most. Last summer, I came down with a terrible cough that chased me for many months. Despite trying multiple antibiotics and syrups and home remedies, nothing worked. On my final visit to a lung specialist, who ran various tests on me, turns out it was a reflux cough and I was diagnosed with hiatal hernia. The doctor put me on peptides and asked me to consider losing weight as a short remedy of the cough. Well, I guess it was finally time when reality hit hard and I was fearful. Fearful of being ill, fearful of losing my health at a young age. Then a miracle happened and a very dear friend suggested that I consult Charan. Boy, I didn't think I was ready to take the plunge. I had my first call with Charan at the end of August 2023. I remember him asking me my weight with some other stats, and I froze. Honestly, standing on the scale was a complete no-no, and there was no one in the world I would share my weight with. Even when I would visit doctors and they would want to check my weight and blood pressure before a consultation, I would throw a fit and never stand on the scale. So back to my first call with Charan. It was surprising because it was very comforting. He was non-judgmental to say the least, and he emphasized the fact that his plan is not a diet. That was maybe the most comforting thing I had heard in a while. He assured me that he would teach me a new way of life that would change my life for the best. Yes, he did. He has been such a support together with Deepa. I travel more than I sit in one place at a time, and that didn't stop them from assisting me in every way possible. I would send them menus or sometimes only names of restaurants I was dining at, and they would guide me with the right things to order. And yes, I ate carbs and everything else that my heart desired. It's been 6 months and I am 20 kgs lighter, 100% fabulous, and more on top of my fitness game than I have ever been in all of my adult life. No longer do I feel like the elephant in the room. And I am not afraid. I am not afraid to meet people. I am not afraid to make friends. And I can buy clothes off the rack from stores I could never buy from before. It's my new way of life. I am new. I learned so many things on this journey, and I wish to keep going for the rest of my life. And if my path wavers, I will always come back to Charan for guidance. So cheers to the new me sporting big smiles and a fabulous wardrobe. And yes, my cough that lasted me for 5 months has completely vanished. Thank you, Charan and Deepa. Signing off, the new me.